Next is the first Democratic judge of DuPage County, Linda Davenport. She is running to keep her job and to be the first elected Democratic judge and woman in DuPage County. She has been a judge for the last 12 years. In 1995, she also made history as the first woman elected president of the DuPage County Bar Association.
Good evening. I am Judge Linda Davenport, the Democratic candidate for the Circuit Court of DuPage County. Judge, Democrat, DuPage. Not three words you've ever heard before in the same sentence until I started to run last January. I'm going to tell you why I ran and why this is so important to me. I climbed in my head after that election. I think I lost Thanksgiving, I lost Christmas. I kept waiting for something and someone to come fix it, because that's what happens in our country, and it didn't happen. And in January, my daughter asked me to go downtown to a march, and I said, I live in Wheaton, I don't do that. I vote, I read the Tribune, I read the Herald, I don't march. She said, come with me, Mom, come downtown. So I did on that beautiful January day, and my life changed. Pure and simple. 250,000 of my closest friends were there. Older women, younger women, men, babies, different colored people than me. And I realized that I had to stop complaining, and I had no business complaining anymore. I had to do something or I had to shut up. So I decided to do something. So I have been a judge 12 years, and let me explain how this works with judges. We're a little bit ahead of time, so I've got a couple extra minutes to tell you. Judges elections in DuPage County. There are 45 judges in DuPage County, 30 associates like me, 15 circuits. By the way, there's 9 women out of 45, pretty bad. The 30 associates are picked by the circuits. When there's a vacancy, the circuits go out and they look for a lawyer to bring in to make as a new judge. Out of the last 29 judges, only 6 have been women. In the history of our county, which is 180 years this year, the circuits have never, ever picked a judge of color in 180 years. So in January, I made a video and I said, guess what, folks? This is wrong. Let's call it what it is. I'm kind of the grow up, go along, get along generation. This is wrong. Let's call it out for what it is. The next vacancy was about 6 weeks later, and at that vacancy, a young Indian woman prosecutor from Naperville put her name in for judge. First time she'd ever tried, she got it. So don't for a moment think that we can't change that needle if we get up and do something about it. So what I'm asking you for today is to bring those 5 or 10 people with you to vote. I'm qualified for the job, a judge 12 years, a lawyer 40 years, ran my business in Westmont, never got a government paycheck until I became a judge. I worked for my business, and when I went on the bench, I had started with no clients in an attic, and I ended up with a building that I owned and 14 employees. So I believe in working hard, and that's what I'm doing on this election. But we cannot do it without you. And what we need to do is change that mentality among the circuit judges, because there are 2 vacancies right now. I'm running for one, Jeff Jacobson is running as a Democrat in the other. We have a really wonderful opportunity to start voting for diversity, because we have an extraordinary talented pool of lawyers who don't happen to look like me. So I'm asking for your vote, and I'm asking for you to tell everyone else to vote. Thanks. I'm Judge Linda Davenport. Thank you.